We're on, baby.
What up?
What up, my G?
What up?
How good's Afcon, man?
Dude, Afcon is cinema. It is cinema, bro. It's through and through. I love it.
You know what? They're the guys that prove somebody's comment to have merit. Like Jamie Carragher, right? Everyone went off at him when he said, was it nothing tournament?
No, he said it. Yeah, he said it's like a lesser tournament than a Euro or the Copa America.
Then they go and do the bunch of shit we're going to go through, and they give him merit to his comment.
Look, in some ways, but he's still a piece of shit for saying it. Fuck Jamie Carragher. Fuck all the Carragher.
You hate Jamie Carragher so fucking much.
He hates Chelsea, so I hate that guy, bro. Fuck him.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair,
look into your own backyard before you start ragging on us, piece of shit.
He probably does. He goes,
he's just cut.
That's a big ass backyard.
Yeah, fuck him, bro. He's just cut because Zola ripped him back in the 90s, bro. No, in the early 2000s.
You're really holding on to that.
He's holding on to that. He's a Bernie cunt because he got absolutely ripped by like the first Italian to ever play in the Premier League. And he's scored more own goals than goals. Fuck him, bro. Fucking dog.
That's how you really feel, bro.
But Afcon was cinema. This has probably been one of the most interesting, we'll put it that way, finals,
dude,
in any football game. I
think the appropriate term is clusterfuck.
You think it was a clusterfuck?
Dude, it was definitely a clusterfuck. What are you talking about, man?
I thought it was cinema. I thought it was great.
I mean, yeah, you could make a movie out of it. I mean, Netflix apparently is going to. They're making a documentary series about it.
We're doing it first.
Yeah.
We're bringing it up first.
So fuck you, yours money.
Fuck you, Netflix.
Yeah, I've seen everyone started coming out with all like the different facts and stuff.
Yeah.
I've kind of collated all of them into kind of a timeline of the build up to the final, the final, antics throughout the Afcon, and then after the repercussions of some of the actions. And then, I mean, look, there was a murder. So,
yeah, dude, we are in for a treat.
Yeah, I mean, look, it has been classified as a murder, but goddamn, it smells murdery.
Well, let me just set the scene. So, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I said we had the semi-finals.
Yeah.
We didn't really bring it up last week, but look, it was Senegal-Egypt. Senegal won 1-0. So, Mane got one over Salah.
Yeah, well, and I will say there's been a lot of reports out of it where everyone's ripping into the Egyptian manager because he kept walking around doing 7.
What's 7? Like 7 Afcons?
They've won 7 Afcons.
To who? Senegal?
No, he's doing it to everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, so essentially...
You didn't win 7.
I think that...
Egypt won 7, not him.
Yeah. They kept saying, they go, well, yeah, okay, Egypt's probably the best African team that has come out of there. You didn't win this time, so...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You didn't win shit.
Sit down and shut up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
You didn't make the final.
Then the next game was Nigeria and Morocco. Now, that game finished 0-0, did go to pens, and Morocco won 4-2 on pens. Now, this will go into the final. There were some shenanigans in that game. I think we'll call it Towelgate.
Yeah.
We'll call it
the entire
Towelgate.
Tournament that happened.
Yeah, it was. So, just so everybody knows or understands what we're talking about, the Moroccan, not like Moroccan team, the Moroccan ball boys, and the Moroccan stewards. So pretty much everybody that was on the pitch that was Moroccan, because just so everyone knows, the Afcon was in Morocco.
Yeah, it was held by Morocco, set up in Morocco, shenanigans by Morocco. There was bad weather. That was the whole thing. So it was a lot of rain.
Oh, a lot of rain.
A lot of rain, right? Yep. Which is the reason that Towelgate existed.
Yeah, okay.
Now, you think I'm saying tailgate? I'm saying Towelgate.
Towelgate. So there was, if you're a goalkeeper, your hands get wet, or your gloves get wet, you need a towel to dry it off. The stewards, the players, the ball boys were stealing opposition towels. Mm-hmm. Okay, it was crazy, and at the start, no one thought anything of it. But as it got deeper into the tournament, they kept seeing it, and they're going, "What the fuck is going on?"
Well, dude, it got to a point where I think it was the Nigerian goalkeeper.
Yes,
had to go and get a second towel.
Yes,
had to go and get a second towel from obviously his bench. Mm-hmm. Comes running back, flips off the crowd, going, "Fuck you!"
Gave him the bird.
Towel.
Yep.
Puts the towel down. Instantly, as he puts the towel down, a steward jumps over the fence, grabs the towel, and throws it back.
It's crazy. It was fucking crazy. We saw Hakimi do it.
Yeah.
He grabbed the towel and threw it behind the boards. We saw
Ismaila Sabari do it. Which, when we come to the end, is going to be so ironic. It's not funny.
Yep. So the players were doing it. I was surprised that the coach didn't go out there and do it.
He might have if he had a chance.
In the final, it gets turned up to 11, Towelgate.
Yeah.
It gets turned up to 11. But look, that's set up the scene. I'm going to leave it up to you. Let's run through this timeline of Afcon final 2026.
So ahead of the final, so before they got in there, Senegal started accusing Morocco of unfair practices. So Senegal refused to train at the complex that they were given because it was next to Morocco's, and they had suspicion and fears that Morocco was going to be recording them.
You know what? Fair point.
I think that they might have.
I think if that's ever... I mean, it's happened before. I think it happened in the NFL.
Yeah. Well, it's happened in every sport.
Correct. So it is not like crazy to think that the opposition team would do that.
It's not as conspiracy,
Conspiracy.
Yeah. Then, additionally to that, Senegal was only able to secure 2,852 tickets to the game.
Mm-hmm.
There was 70,000 tickets.
70,000 tickets. So, what did you say? It was 2,000...
2,852 tickets.
Divided by 70,000 equals 4%.
Yeah.
So 4% of the stadium was Senegalese.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Crazy. So whether or not after the fact they got some tickets or scalpers, I don't know. But goddamn, almost 67,148 tickets.
Ooh, yeah. Fucking maths on point.
Quick maths, baby. I wish I already had that written down, and then I could just flick the screen and be like, I already have it written down. But yeah, so there's shenanigans leading up to the final, right? Just makes you go, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
So then during the game, I should say, there was on-field or on-pitch antics, which is Towelgate. So you had the ball boys, the stewards, the players stealing the goalkeeper's towels so they're unable to dry their gloves.
Well, this would have been Mendy.
Yeah.
Former Chelsea player.
Former.
Yeah, former.
Yeah, you got Sanchez now, dude.
No.
Chill out. Sanchez is your boy. But it went as far as bench players having to stand over Mendy's towel to stop the ball boys from getting it. And you think, all right, that'll end the conspiracy. Like, they'll go, okay, well, there's a guy standing there. We won't do anything. Dude. The ball boys started trying to run up behind him and steal the towel from his hand.
Yeah, there was the backup keeper and 3 ball boys surrounding him, trying to steal a towel from him.
It turned into a fucking wrestling match. Dude, they pushed the guy to the ground and then started trying to rob him of the towel.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's crazy, bro.
It's insane.
Yeah, I was watching that thinking there was maybe like a problem with supporters. Mm-hmm. No.
Dude,
ball boys and players.
If there was like a foul in the box, and obviously they had players congregating in the box or a corner or something, the players would run over and flick the towel and throw it so that they couldn't wipe their hands out. This is insane. It's like a whole level of cheating that was openly filmed.
I just hope that Arteta hasn't seen the footage of that. Because then he can do Towelgate and Cornygate.
Yeah, and haram ball. So he'd just be the biggest terrorist in the EPL. That's it. It just
while
turns
he's talking
into
about lights and shit.
Yeah. Plus, he's got the throwing coach now.
He's
throwing gate, Towelgate, corner gate, haram ball,
set piece king.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so great. Oh man, this corner guy. You know what? We're getting off
track. Yeah,
we're getting off topic here. But this whole game took a turn. So Senegal was disallowed a goal by a referee from a push on a player off a corner. It is one of the softest contacts.
It was light.
I've ever seen, because the player at no point challenges for the ball. He just tries to cut off the Senegalese player who comes out to the back post. There is no other defenders around. He just goes down real soft when the player's hands are up. I wouldn't call it a push. I don't think he extended his elbows. Then gets what I think is a really great header, to be fair.
It was a good header, yeah.
Disallows the goal.
Yep.
And then obviously Morocco goes up the other end, secures a penalty. Right?
Yes.
In about the 89th minute, I think it was.
It was like the 88th minute. The only reason why you probably thought it was like the 89th minute was because of what you're going to talk about. Well, was a long wait in the middle.
It's about 15 minutes.
Yep.
About 15 minutes. So the Senegal players and coach starts obviously going off. There wasn't a penalty. We should have had a goal. This is bullshit.
Well,
and to be fair, there has been throughout the entire Afcon tournament complaints about, and including a reporter coming out being quite open about how the refereeing really favoured the Moroccans.
It was very like World Cup 22, where like Argentina just were getting a lot of the calls go their way. It seemed very suspicious that that was happening. But he didn't just award him a penalty. He went to VAR and checked it.
Yeah.
And now in the EPL, right, you know how they like, you're not allowed to cross the line and you're not allowed to get near the referee. Bro, not in AFCON, bro. There was 30 people from both sides just surrounding VAR and the referee. And when he went to walk, bro, he got bombarded. They were ready to murder. Like they were ready to, they were ready to blow up that shit.
They went pretty crazy about it. Wards the penalty. Then the coach from Senegal walks on the pitch, says, "No, get off.
Yeah,
we're walking off. We're not doing this."
Never seen this before in professional football.
Yeah, professional football.
Yeah.
I've been in a Sunday league side that has gone, "We're not doing this," and we've walked off emotionally. Which, to be fair, the result of that was we forfeited. The match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So they've walked off the pitch. Everyone's come out, convinced them to come back and play the game after about 15 minutes.
Mane was the number one leader in like, everybody, let's go back out.
Yeah, 100%.
Now,
you can't just walk off a final.
Before you talk about the penalty, I did watch a video where there was a big conspiracy.
I'll get into the conspiracy.
Do you have the conspiracy?
I want to hear it. Yeah. So we come back on. Brahim Diaz from Morocco, right? He's the one who lines up. Now, Golden Boot of the tournament, has had probably the best professional tournament that he's ever played in his career.
I think he scored in every game except for the semi-final.
Then, obviously, if he had scored the winner of the game, well, thereabouts in the winner.
Because it would have been 94th minute. 94th minute, which, I mean, that's it. It was pretty much done after that.
Goes to take it, does a Panenka.
Which
is crazy.
Now, I thought it was crazy initially watching it. But then you hear the conspiracy.
Well, the conspiracy is that he missed on purpose.
Yes.
Now, I think that's been debunked.
I think it's a stretch.
Well,
but it still adds to the drama.
Of course, this is what I mean. This is the soap opera that is the Afcon final. Because, so the conspiracy comes about because Mane goes up to Mendy. And starts having a discussion with him, covered their face and, he's going to do this.
Well, before
there was a discussion with Mane and Brahim Diaz as well.
No, it was Hakimi.
Yes, Hakimi. So they've had a discussion before that as well. And obviously, the conspiracy grows that he was going to tell him it's unfair, you should miss it on purpose. Given that they were doing Towelgate, I don't think that they really give a fuck. Like, I'm pretty sure that they're going to sit there and go, fuck you, dude.
No.
Yeah, there's no chance. And then also the players that they say were getting involved were pretty heavily into throwing the towels over the fucking fence. Okay? So I'm pretty sure none of them are going to... Or if it was them, they would have went, we'll totally miss it. We'll kick it left.
For sure.
Yeah. We're kicking it left. And then just Panenkas it down the middle in the hope that they fool them.
Yep.
But this has been seen before. Mendy has saved a Panenka before.
Yes, he did it against Aguero.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? So, maybe there's a bit of specialty there. But look, that's kind of been debunked because, Mane's come out and said, that's preposterous. That didn't happen.
To be fair, of course he's going to say that.
Mendy came out, said the same thing.
Again.
And then also, I believe Hakimi's come out as well. And said
again, if you don't expect him to come out and be like, yes, we came to an agreement.
To be fair, I would think Hakimi would come out and go, it was bullshit. It was bullshit.
The penalty was in my mother's name.
I've seen that move. It's so good, dude. So, look, yes, he's missed the Panenka.
Yep.
Senegal, Brahim Diaz... what am I up to? So then the game has been finished off by Gahi, who...
Well, sorry, it finishes 0-0.
It finishes 0-0, then goes into extra time.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it wasn't even that long in an extra time. It was like 94th minute, so like right at the start of extra time. The Senegal player, Gahi, cruises through two men brushes them off like they're not there. Crazy that he still has the legs for it, and then puts in the biggest rocket into the top corner. It's a fantastic goal.
It's a great goal,
right? If without all that other crap happening in the game, he wins the game like that. You think, what a win by Senegal. But you have it all kind of tarnished by these players constantly trying to fight each other and
there's a few shenanigans
walk
going
off.
on.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the boys.
There's a few shenanigans,
But this is when it all starts to go to shit.
Wait, you're telling me it hasn't gone to shit yet?
No, dude, this is just like the drama that built up, It's like the drunk guy at the bar that's getting too excited, bro, which is the fans. So after the game, all hell breaks loose in the stadium. The Moroccan security guards and police in riot gear descend into the stadium to stop the Senegalese fans from trying to get onto the pitch. Dude, it is wild. The Senegalese players are trying to get over. They just start swinging their batons
and their shields.
Yep. And I believe they were trying to throw like tear gas and shit into the stands to stop them from entering the pitch. And then it started getting like violent, because all the Senegalese for the most part are just dancing and banging. I think the positive is they only had 2,800.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, they probably had more guards there than Senegalese fans.
Well, it was just one section, and they had just completely blocked them off. They were not like letting them. They weren't letting them leave the stadium. They weren't letting them get on the pitch. It was just a heated exchange. Crazy reaction, to be fair.
Yep.
Right. Then obviously it comes to the post-match interviews.
Yep.
So the Senegalese coach goes to walk into the post-match interviews. Now, let me remind you, this is with the media that are supposed to be neutral on what is happening. But as soon as the Senegalese manager walks into the room, all of the Moroccan press stand up and walk out of the room. It's crazy, dude.
That was awesome. Yeah. What did you say they were? They were neutral?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I think 80% of all the reporters that were there just up and left.
Yeah, they just got up.
So he's talking to pretty much an empty room.
Essentially, and speaking in Moroccan, which I can only assume is to tell him to fuck off because it didn't sound good. And then it gets even worse that there is another report. So there was a journalist from Mali, another African country, which sounds fairly neutral, right? He's from Mali. Has no interest in either team.
Yeah, he just wants to report what he sees in front of him.
But throughout the tournament, he was posting quite a lot of like tweets as well as articles in regard to the refereeing of the tournament, right? They thought the Moroccans were having unfair advantages with the referees, that there was certain calls that probably should have gone different ways, all of those type of stuff. He's been found dead in his hotel room in Morocco. Now, whilst there's nothing to really say it was a murder, what was the cause, or a suicide, anything like that. So there's been no information. It's just everyone has gone, well, it's kind of interesting that 24 hours after the final that this journalist that had been bagging on the Moroccans all of a sudden is dead in his Moroccan hotel. Yes, it sounds very murdery.
Yes. There's a tinge of a homicide to this.
Yeah. We need a special victims unit to come in. Dun dun.
I thought there was semen on everything.
Hey, there is semen here.
That's
David Coots.
No, he's too old.
It's the only place he's allowed to referee now is Afcon, and they're just there with like men hookers and some coke.
David Coots.
Damn, my kryptonite. We have child porn.
I'm so weak right now. But yeah, horrible. Feel sorry for the journalists.
We've got some fishy timing on that. It now goes another step further. Obviously, the Moroccan FA is pretty butthurt about the whole situation because Morocco's never won the Afcon.
Which, look, to be fair, Morocco have never been a very competitive team until probably the last 6 years.
Well, until they had that run at the World Cup.
Before that, they did do well in Afcon, but not like a final. But, now that Hakimi is in there and Diaz has gotten a lot older, they've got world-class players in their team.
They've got a handful of players now that can obviously do some stuff.
Yeah.
Same as the Senegal team.
Senegal had a good team.
Same as a few of the African nations.
Yeah,
they've got some players that have emerged in big leagues.
Nigeria had a good team. Look, Egypt was. I think they're still relying too much on Salah. But you can even go like Ivory Coast had some good players. They had a mad. Even Cameroon had some good players in their team.
Yeah, that's every team has 4, maybe 5 players where you're like, oh, they're recognisable. They're playing big leagues.
Yeah,
they're now no longer coming from like the African leagues. They're not doing the Cameroon where they didn't have sleeves on their shirts.
That was sick.
You know what I mean?
Was sick.
Yeah, it's so sick, dude. I want to see a team.
Bring back the singlets. Yeah. Bring back the tank tops.
Yeah, you know they had to borrow boots from like other teams and shit.
Hey, you're on the bench. Can I have those?
Yeah,
I'll give them back to you. I swear.
Hang on, you need to get the sub on. He's just tying up his boots. Hold on.
He's gone.
Yeah. So it's now gone one further. Now the Moroccan FA is now considering legal action against the Senegal FA and Afcon itself, from my understanding, regarding the walk-off. So their claim is that it should have been a forfeit. I tend to agree. I think if you because I mean, if a player walks off the pitch during time to even get water, that's a yellow card, right? So realistically, they should all be yellow card. If they didn't return to the pitch, you all get second yellows. That's a forfeit. In the mind of that, obviously, that's not the action that. I mean, that would have definitely turned.
Could you
into
imagine?
A riot.
Yeah, I was about to say. Could you imagine if that actually happened? Like they like Morocco win the Afcon via forfeit.
Yeah, that would have been
This
hilarious.
isn't wrestling. This is WWE. You can't just pull that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It would have been one. I mean, this was for the ages, but that would have been one hugely for the ages.
Oh, 100%. There would have been a riot. There would have been a riot. There would be blood in the streets.
Yeah, bro.
By far, blood in the streets would have been.
You mean more blood in the streets?
Well, yeah. Well, there was a murder. But instead of a journalist, it would have just been fans. Just multiple murders. But then obviously to kind of make it all appear great on social media, Sabari, right, as we mentioned previously, was one of the culprits of throwing and getting rid of the towels for the goalkeepers in multiple games.
Love doing that.
Attended the Senegalese hotel. Mind you, all the players had to stay in their hotel. They did not leave for the night.
Fair enough.
For fair reason.
Yeah.
Went to the Senegalese hotel. Now, obviously, fully filmed him shaking Mendy's hand and apologising.
A little bit too late for that, in my opinion.
Incredibly too late.
You were doing it all tournament. And now, just because it's the end of the tournament, you're like,
and you lost. Sorry. I bet you wouldn't apologise if you won.
No shit. No way.
If there was no Towelgate and it wasn't all over the internet, you wouldn't have gone and done it. Nope. I think it really just hinders his chances of getting into a team, right? Because he's like, oh, I had a good tournament. Teams are going to be looking at me and think, yeah, I don't think so. You seem like a cheater, dude.
Well, who does he play for now?
Look it up. I couldn't tell you.
What's his name? Sabari.
Oh
yeah, Mazraoui plays for
Morocco.
For Morocco too. Yeah, they got some good. Okay, so he plays for PSV. Not a dog shit team.
No, it's a stepping team, right? So like you perform well at PSV.
Yep.
That's how you break into one of the big 4 leagues.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You can get in there.
A lot of Dutch players. Oh, sorry, people from Dutch leagues. I mean, look how many you guys have bought.
Fucking Suarez, dude.
Yeah, Luis Suarez.
Exactly from PSV.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was the man.
Yeah.
So like, dude, like you I feel like he's now going back on it again. I don't think that was the best decision for me.
Yeah.
I don't think that was wise.
Yeah, look, I think at the time, you only care about the tournament. You're not really thinking about
what's going to happen after the tournament. Of course, right? You're in that mindset. But this is now what's emerging as the punishment for Senegal. Mm-hmm. So obviously they're in the World Cup.
Yes.
Coming up this year. And I think, everyone's going, well, they've got a good chance of going quite far in the tournament. I think their team's strong enough.
With the new format as well,
correct.
Like a lot of African teams now, when they play minnows, like say Cyprus, or if they play New Zealand or something like that, they now have a good chance of beating them, making them to a round of 32, maybe a round of 16.
Yep, 100% agree. But that could all be hindered because the FIFA themselves are now going, well, technically exiting a pitch can result in a suspension for 4 to 6 games.
Wow.
So that includes the manager for Senegal and every one of those 11 players that was on the pitch, including, Mane is now retired. But
he's not going to play in the World Cup?
Well,
he should.
He did retire, and they did say like it's his last tournament. I think the manager was trying to convince him not to play the World Cup.
You would hope he would finish with Senegal at a World Cup.
You would think.
But it's only 6 months away.
But also, I think in his mind is like he wanted to finish as a winner.
I get that.
Which also it's fine. Imagine them win the World Cup, crazy. But yeah, so now that there is, there's all these talk coming out that the entire team could be suspended for 4 to 6 games, which is essentially the entire tournament.
Well, look, I don't agree with that, and I think what they should do is suspend the suspensions like they did with Ronaldo.
Yeah, well, considering they've set a precedent for Ronaldo, that they should now set the precedent. For the team. Now that they've set the precedent, it should apply to
look,
Senegal.
If they do want to go down the path of, you guys did that, we're going to suspend you, do it after the tournament, like you did with Ronaldo, right? Yeah. I totally get why you do it. You want your best players at the World Cup. You also don't want to lose a whole fucking starting 11 at a World Cup. You know what I mean? So, look, if they do go down that path, suspend it, but I don't think they should.
Oh, well, I think it
was played out at Afcon.
It'll bring up a lot of favoritism claims, right, on Ronaldo if they don't do it.
Correct, yeah.
The other bit that has come out and was debunked pretty quickly. So obviously there was some, what's the right word here? It's not like there was a meme that came out because of Trump. Trump coming out and saying that they're cutting visas and those type of things for people entering the country, especially from certain countries.
Yes,
right. A lot of the African nations, Senegal was one of them, where they were saying they're not going in. Now, obviously, everyone came out saying, the fans can't travel to the World Cup because there's all this ban on immigration from the US, and it applied to Brazil, it applied to a couple of African nations, and then some of the
I'm assuming some of the Asian, like the Arab Asian nations, yeah.
So they weren't allowed in. Obviously, that's bullshit. It's only for people that are looking for permanent visas.
Yes,
that are coming in. Obviously, if you're coming on a holiday visa, it does not count unless you're a criminal.
Correct,
If you're a criminal, they can't come in. So there was all this funny stuff where they're saying, these teams are arguing over it and no one can even go watch them. And I'm like, that doesn't seem right. So I looked into it more. I'm like, it's on fucking holiday visas, dude.
Yeah.
They're all fine. Everyone can get in.
Yeah.
As long as you have money and apply it in the right way to get a visa and you're not a criminal.
Yeah, exactly. It's how they do it. Like, I went to the Asian Cup. No, I went to the Confederations Cup in Russia.
Yep.
They just want to know when you're coming, when you're leaving, what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like every other
where
holiday.
you're staying when you're there.
Yeah, exactly. Where are you going to travel to?
Yeah.
Well, I've come for the World Cup. I'm going to travel to these cities to watch my team play. And they go, sweet, here you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, if you're a criminal, you can't travel. Yeah. That's pretty normal across the world.
They won't give you a visa.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're like, have you spent time in prison? 20 years. 20 years.
I've done my time.
Yeah, for what?
I just want to watch the World Cup. Yeah.
It was just a simple vehicular manslaughter. I don't understand what the problem is here.
You can trust me.
Yeah, I have an international license now. It's fine.
We're good. Just let me in.
Yeah, where do I hire a car from?
I do want to bring up that the player of the tournament was Sadio Mane. I think that now puts him in the top caliber of greatest African players of all time.
I think so too. He's got to join Drogba. I think Eto'o,
George Weah,
SEN. I think he sits at that echelon of he's won everything.
Yaya Toure.
Yeah.
Sadio Mane.
To an extent, his lesser known brother, Kolo Toure.
He is now in that top echelon of greatest African players of all time.
For sure.
What he did for Liverpool, even what he did at Southampton, what he's now done for... I think this is now his second Afcon.
Yeah.
So, mate, props to Sadio Mane. He's had a great career. A little bit sketchy on his wife, but that's okay because we can be forgiven.
It's all right. They didn't marry until she was 18.
Oh, God, I thought you were going to say something less.
No, they met when she was 16. But they dated
for 4 years before that, so it's okay.
It was 2, man, and she was 16. There's nothing before that.
That we know of. But look, congrats to Senegal. Congrats to Sadio Mane. As sketchy as the game was, as cinema as the final was, it was probably one of the better tournaments that I had followed.
For an Afcon? For an Afcon, for sure. Yeah. But I think it's also that it shows that the African football has developed more.
Yeah.
Because and France is obviously one of the biggest culprits of it, where I think a lot of African people and players migrate into Europe, and then they choose that country that they migrate to just because they've got a better prowess. Right. That's why France. There's one city within France where there's like 80% of the players end up coming from, right? And that's because there is a majority of Africans migrating into that city,
and then they play,
and then they go and they obviously kill it with their athleticism. They're great players, and then they choose to play for France over whatever their home
it's a good breeding
African
ground
country was. Well, that's an interesting way to say it.
Yeah, I'll call it a breeding ground. I think having it in Morocco, they're probably the richest African nation, like to host.
Yeah, correct.
You're having it in a more developed country, right? Like you could have it in like Senegal, like the big ones, right? But if you have it in like say Mali
or Niger,
no, say it right. It's two G's, right?
Yeah, with an A.
If you have it in one of those countries, obviously it's a lot more corrupt. It's a lot more violent. The facilities aren't as good. Having it in Morocco, great idea. They're a super developed nation, a lot richer, put off a better tournament. And so, I have to say this is probably one of the best Afcons that I've seen.
No, I completely agree. And also, I think, the competition of a lot of those teams now, you have accomplished players that have chosen to, instead of represent England or France or Germany or Italy, whatever it might be, where they ended up migrating to, or their parents, had lived in for a while, or they lived in or played their juniors in those countries. They're now playing for their kind of African country.
Yeah, it's like Ahmad, right? Ahmad definitely could have tried to play for England, but he chose to play for the Ivory Coast. And you're like, that's great. You're expanding world football.
Same as who's the guy from Fulham? Ex-Arsenal player.
Yeah, ex-Arsenal player. Well, they got all ex-Arsenal players.
Yeah. Doesn't narrow it down.
The one with the dreads.
The one with the dreads. Yeah. That narrows it down a little bit.
Non-white guy.
Yeah.
Yes, that also narrows it down a bit. He plays for Nigeria, doesn't he?
Yeah, he plays for Nigeria.
Yeah. Iwobi.
Yes. Alex Iwobi. Yeah, so he's another one where he's chosen the African nation over England. And I think, that's partly because I don't think he would be able to play for England. But
I don't think he'd make the team. But
I don't think so.
But Ahmad would have had a good shot.
Yeah, 100%. But I prefer to see him go and play for African nations rather than just having, like France has 4 squads.
Yeah, exactly.
That you could pick from, when realistically some of those guys could probably play for their home countries.
Correct, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Look, I think everyone now will start watching the Afcon after this.
I think so, yeah.
After this saga, because,
how do you top this? How do you top it?
Dude.
Murder on the pitch.
There could be more murders. I think they could, instead of being Towelgate, they just attack the keepers and take their gloves.
And they burn the towel right in front of them. Get that.
Yeah, we're going to burn a giant T so everyone knows it's time to leave.
But yeah, great Afcon. Loved it. It was very, 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 very good this year.
Well, and then on top of the Afcon, we've got the AFL Cup semi-finals, first legs.
Yes, so we just want to bring it up.
Yeah, let's bring up the scores.
First game was City versus Newcastle at St James's Park. Look, City walk away with a 2-0 win. Definitely the better team. I think the first goal, Semenyo. Was that his first goal for
That was
City?
his first... No. Yes, that was his first goal for City.
First goal. I think it was his first start for City and his first goal for City.
Yeah.
So got off to a great start. And then he had a second, but it was disallowed because Haaland had had a heel offside, but he didn't really interfere with the keeper, but they said he was too close to the keeper. I don't know.
Listen, considering that Van Dijk was... No, sorry. Andy Robertson was called for offside. Where he was impeding. If you're going to make an argument between the two, it's like, well, everyone's saying that Andy Robertson really wasn't offside. He's not offside.
Haaland had nothing to do with the play. He was
the goalkeeper's back's to him.
Yeah. It was the weirdest thing that I'd watched.
Well, they tried to help Newcastle. It didn't work.
Well, they did, yeah. And I think there was a sense of justice in the air with Cherky scoring an injury time to make it 2-0. It should have been 2-0 anyway with Semenyo's double, but I think karma came back, gave City the 2-0 win.
I think Newcastle really, for lack of a better word, fucked themselves in this situation. They got lucky.
Lack of a better word was.
So look, now Newcastle got to travel to City. Manchester and try and flip a 2-0 lead.
Yeah.
I don't like their chances because obviously this was City having two centre-backs. One was 20 and the other one was 21.
Yep.
Which is the only centre-backs they have left.
Until Mark Gee came in.
Until Mark Gee, who's now been transferred in. So I think they're coming to a harder game in Manchester. And being away from home, Newcastle's probably not scoring the amount of goals that they need to at the moment.
And Newcastle aren't, like, they were going through a period where they weren't winning away from home. So look, I don't like Newcastle's chances, but look, I'm sure they'll give their all, see what happens. But you give City a major leg up in that tie
for sure.
Yeah, the second game was my team, so we played Arsenal at Chelsea. Now, going off the stats, they definitely deserve to win, but the goals that we conceded fucking hurt. Robert Sanchez had an absolute shocker. He gifted one to Gyökeres and he gifted one to Ben White. So the first goal was Ben White. Saka does a corner. Sanchez misses it. Goes straight to Ben White. He just taps it in. You know, all right, whatever, fuck it. All right, he gave him that one.
In the 7th minute too.
7th minute. It wasn't a great start. And then the second, look, and they peppered us for a bit. We tried. Look, we did have no Palmer, no Reece James, no Caicedo. Then this was Rosanier's second game. First game was against Charlton. Second game against Arsenal, so it's a big jump. But look, I think we did okay considering. But look, we go down into the first half down 1-0. Second half starts and Gyökeres scores straight away. Saka puts a ball in and Sanchez tries to catch it and he fucking misses the ball, goes under his hands. And Gyökeres taps it and you're just like, oh, this is fucked.
That's how Gyökeres is scoring, baby.
Yeah, but then look, Garnacho comes on and this has been Garnacho's tournament. He has been killing it in the EFL Cup. I think he's scored like 4 or 5 goals now in the tournament. He gets one in the 57th minute. How did he score that one? That one there was a cross from Pedro Neto and Enzo missed it and went straight to Garnacho and he put it away. And at that stage, like, okay, back to 2-1. We can snag another one, hopefully get a draw, go back to the Emirates. But Zubimendi scores. To be fair, really good goal. Poor defending. They just kept jumping in and no one stopped him. But then luckily, look, Garnacho gets another goal, 83rd minute, which was a nice goal. 1 goal
deficit in a game like this, it easily overturnable, right? Like you guys are able to go to Arsenal and put a game to them, right? You go 1-0, you're looking at extra time.
Correct, yeah. You just got to win by at least 1 goal, take it to extra time. And like I said to you before, we went on the air. Now, I don't know if it goes straight to pens, but
I'm pretty sure they play extra time when it comes to semis.
They should. Yeah. If it's semis, they should go to extra time.
I'm not straight pens prior to quarters. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that must be
because they tried to minimise the replays against the smaller teams.
Yeah. So if we do go to extra time, this will put pressure on Arsenal because you're at home. They're expecting a win, and if you can get a 1-0 win to take it to extra time, you're putting the pressure on Arsenal. So, and I know that we'll have Caicedo back because he was suspended for it. Palmer should be back, and I expect Reece James to be back in the team for that one.
I think with a full squad, it's a different score.
If Sanchez can fucking like we'll talk about it this week because he had a great game against Brentford, but you just got to stay firm with those easy chances.
I think the problem is going to be around how does Arsenal shape up against you guys, right? They've seen it when they come and play us. It becomes haramble, right? They do not want to take the game to you. They want to sit back and they want you to take the game to them.
Yep.
They will happily take corners. They will happily take throw-ins. They will happily take free kicks.
Well, the good thing, look, I totally agree with that. But they've actually earned that right to do that because they're up by 1. So it's up to Chelsea to get them. But it's not up to Arsenal to try and get us.
As we've seen in both games against Liverpool, it was the wrong decision to do that against us.
Yeah.
It was the wrong decision twice.
Especially the game at the Emirates. Well, they should have pushed you guys.
100%.
They were more than happy to.
To be fair, they opened up in the first half and tried to do that to us.
Yeah.
We came back out and went, oh, okay, we've taken the brunt of your attack. We're now going to come out and show you some attack. And then I think they got a bit lucky, right? I think less than luck. We've been terrible in front of goals. So
yeah,
I think it's mostly our fault for not fucking scoring.
I think a draw was fair in that result.
But look, yes, I think the reason I say that game was better for us is that we made them change how they wanted to play.
I think, and you went to the Emirates well, got a point out of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Awesome.
if you were to tell me at the start of the season Arsenal were going to be ahead, you guys were going to secure 4 or 6 points in 2 games against them, I'll take that.
I'll
take that all day.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a good result. Unfortunately, we lose to the teams coming fucking bottom 5, but what are you going to do?
We will get into that.
Yeah.
But, sorry, just to finish this off. So, it would, at the moment, it looks like Arsenal-Man City final. At the moment, which will be probably the way it should go, considering they're top 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Still in it,
and I know, from talking to our mates that are Arsenal supporters, they will start to be hopeful for wins if they win the Community Shield. If they win the AFL Cup, sorry, that was the other side of it. I said Arteta hasn't won any trophies, and he tried to tell me that they won 3 trophies.
What 1 FA Cup and 2 Community Shields?
1 FA Cup, 2 Community Shields, but the FA Cup was in the first season. Much like how they said, well, that wasn't Slot's Premier League because that was Salah's team. Well, you listen, just because you said that, take it yourself.
That was it's actually worse for them that they say that because Slot had a full season from the start.
Yeah.
Whereas Arteta came in halfway through and it was technically, what's that? The Villas Martinez?
Emery.
Emery's. Yeah. It was Emery's team.
It was Emery's team.
Throw that out all you want. That technically means Arteta's won nothing.
He's won nothing. Community Shield.
Fucking eat a bag of dicks, bro.
And their defense is that Man U and Pep both have taken them as trophies. Okay.
Okay.
You copy us with everything, so copy them too. Fuck it.
Let's. All right. Match day 22. Now, my favorite part of this is the tipping.
Yeah. Listen. Fuck you, man. Okay. Listen.
Right, let's just say it. So look, I think I got 3. Not a great round. Pretty bad.
Shut the fuck up, you smug piece of shit. All right, I got fucking 0. I got 0. I took a gamble, man.
Your gamble didn't pay off this week.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm like 6 behind.
Yeah, not looking good, bro.
It's not. Damn it.
It's not looking good, bro.
Need a perfect round. Fuck.
Yeah, look. So I got 3. So I'm trying to bring up the tips now, but it's not good either.
Well, I can tell you what I tipped on every one of them.
So look, first game, Man U City.
This is the game of the round.
This was
game of the round.
Michael Carrick's first game as manager, and what a performance,
dude! Was a new Manchester United team, and can I tell you, they went to a 4 at the back. Man U. Yep. They went to a 4 at the back. They bolstered their midfield with an additional midfield. They went 4-4-2 essentially.
Yes.
Right? They bolstered their midfield. Oh, and surprise, they didn't struggle to retain the ball.
Yeah.
They didn't struggle to counterattack. They had players forward. That's interesting, isn't it?
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. Damn, Amarim.
Yeah.
Good work, buddy.
This is where it comes down to either you have the players to fit your system or you make a system for the players that you got. Michael Carrick has seen these players and gone, this is how we need to play. Back 4, Dorgu on the wing, Fernandez plays a number 10, Mbeumo up front, Kun on the bench.
Taking Dorgu out of fullback has been the best decision for them.
Bro,
right? He got the most points in fantasy this week.
Proper winger.
Well, dude, he's an attacking player.
Yeah,
right?
he is an attacking
Whereas Amarim was trying to make him a wing back.
Yeah.
Right? Which, I get it, right, with the quality he has. The problem is, and I used to say, okay, he's trash. I used to say he's trash.
Yeah, you trashed him, yeah.
Because he can't defend. He can't defend. He can't get up and back, and he likes to attack.
Yeah.
Right? Michael Carrick had the great idea of slotting him into an attacking position, almost like a cam, on just sitting on like a right attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
Right? He sits out there, man, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
As soon as he doesn't have to chase a player down, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the ball, making the attack, he's strong, he's
dangerous.
Quick, and he likes to hit the ball in the box.
He does, yeah. Yeah.
Can't argue with it. I retract my statement of trashness. Because, the only reason I thought he's trash is because he couldn't track back, he could not follow a man, he couldn't mark.
Yeah, now it makes sense that he was playing out of position.
Yeah, he can defend at the top of the pitch.
Yep.
He cannot defend at the back of the pitch.
Yeah. But let's talk about the first goal. Because we were watching this, and as soon as Mbeumo got that flick on, and it was 3-on-2, bro, what a counter-attack. Yeah. They fucking flew.
Dude, you had 3 players rushing, then you had another midfielder sitting behind that was also there if the ball got deflected.
Yep.
They completely ran over Man City. To be fair, they should have had 3 goals before.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
they should have.
You
Yeah.
had Harry Maguire's header that hits the
Straight off the crossbar, yeah.
Right, which dude, at the time I was like, he's trash. What a terrible miss. Then when I went back and looked at it, I'm like, dude, he did everything right. I think he just got unlucky.
I think it was too close to the goal to like head it down. It was too high and too close. So he
just got unlucky. He got his head on it well.
He got his big ass head on it. Yeah. Donnarumma made some mad saves. If it wasn't for Donnarumma, the offsides as well. Mm-hmm. They had 3 or 4.
They had the most offsides than any other Premier League game of the season in one half.
Crazy.
Which is it's crazy to think that after the first 2, don't you start checking your runs? I don't know.
Yeah, there was a couple there where like Ahmad was you could see. He's got the players in front of him. He's watching the line, and he just kept creeping and creeping and creeping. At some stage, you got to fucking learn your run. But look, the fact that they were pressing so hard and they were so close to the line just shows that Carrick knew how to take advantage of the inexperience in Man City's backline.
Yeah,
bro, their backline got fucking hammered.
Well, again, they had a 20-year-old and a 21-year-old playing centre back.
Well, to Man City's attack, they had 1 shot on target in the first half, and that was that Aline kid.
Yeah.
And they cleared it off the line. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's, look, this is a perfect performance by Man U. And then, like, we're talking about Dorgu. Dorgu scores the second one in the box and buries it.
Yeah.
You know who that was? Rico Lewis. He is so shit. He can't defend. I think he gets hyped up by Pep Guardiola.
Well, it's that, but he also hides behind his stat lines, right? So, like, you go look at Ricky Lewis and say, oh, wow, he scored 4 goals this season. So you rate him at a higher level because he scored the 4 goals. But that's not... He doesn't score the goals. The system scores the goals. They apply so much pressure in the box that someone has to be free.
Yeah.
Right? And being the junior player on the pitch, playing fullback... That's the player you happily take the risk on being free, and he just puts him away. He can't defend. Same as Dorgu. I don't think he can defend at that level. I think given time and games and experience, he could get to be a decent player. But it's the typical England where you throw these like youth players in. We saw it with Rashford, and it's like, do they get better? Does he have the capability to? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see him improving to a state where he's going to be playing consistently for England.
No,
I don't see that at all.
No, how is he in the England squad? I don't know.
Whereas like Pep has mad raps on him, I just don't see it. But like you saw Dorgu. Dorgu just literally just ran in front of him and took the ball off him. Rico Lewis just standing there like an idiot.
Yeah.
Never really rated Rico Lewis, and and there was shows there. And then Mason Mount in the second half nearly had a goal too. Yeah. That's how bad the performance was. Mason Mount nearly scored.
Well, yeah, it got overturned right at the end, right?
Offside again.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But
they have like 8 offsides or something?
Yeah. But look, Man U take the 2 points. Great performance.
100%. 100%. And then now they come into the game against Arsenal.
Yep.
Crazy. This guy might be able to cut his hair.
Hey, this guy has a good chance now.
Yeah, dude. If they win against Arsenal, I think he'll be pretty fucking hopeful.
It's on, yeah.
That they could win 3 more games.
Fuck yeah.
I hope not, because I have a $100 bet that they don't finish in the fucking top 4. I really can't.
But that is. Remember when you tried to increase the money?
No, I did increase the money. It was 50.
Oh, now it's 100.
And then I see you want double or nothing, and he's just like, yes. And I'm like, all right, dude.
Yeah. Now with Michael Carrick at the helm, it is quite a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
Next game.
Sunderland Palace.
Now, look, this is one of the games I got right. I picked Sunderland, you picked the draw. And to be fair, your tip wasn't that far off.
They never are, man.
Pino scores off a corner.
It was a nice little, like, kind of...
Yeah, it was kind of like outside the top and it looped over. Yeah, it was nice.
It was a dig. I thought it was going to be a pretty good goal. Brobby beat it by the end, but, you know...
Well, we'll get into that game winner because I got a thing about that, but... The second goal was by Lefay. Broby leaves it. Nice finish.
Perfect leave.
And then Broby's winner in the second half. Now, it kind of reminded me of Jeremy Pino's goal. They kind of look the same.
Very similar. I think Broby just had more control and he was marked.
He was marked, yeah. But it was the same position in the pitch, same trajectory over the keeper.
Hey, I've seen this before.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, Sunderland get the 2-1 win. Next game, Chelsea and Brentford. Now, I also got this one right. Obviously, I had Chelsea and you had Brentford in that one.
I went for the upset on this one.
Look, to be fair, this was like we did win 2-0. It wasn't a 2-0 win.
Well, I think this was the complete opposite game for Sanchez.
Yes.
So instead of him fucking everything up, He was saving everything.
Everything he did, he was man of the match in that game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. He
so-
saved 2 1-on-1s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them, he just stuck a foot out and he got it. You know. Yeah. He had a cracker game. But look, João Pedro opens the scoring.
He got gifted that goal.
Oh,
too.
gifted as fuck. Yeah, and he was onside by a bee's dick.
Yeah, for sure. And when I first watched it, even when they called him offside, because I was watching the goal rush at the time.
Oh, yep.
It popped up.
Yeah, because you guys were the
we were the main game.
Yeah.
So it popped up and they said, "Oh, it's being checked by VAR, possible offside." Even when I saw it, I'm like, "It doesn't look offside."
No, when they put it straight on, you could see that he was onside.
He was onside, yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll give one." Whatever Brentford was doing with the ball is insane.
Yeah.
They need to watch the Mighty Ducks when they're trying to clear the trash from the front of the goal and just learn how to get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're trying to pass it to each other.
It's, bro.
I'm like, dude, just get the ball out of trouble.
Bro.
You're in trouble.
How many times have we said just clear the fucking ball?
Yeah.
And you know what the worst part about that is now? That Rosenier loves to play out from the back. The way that we were playing was so risky at the back. I actually am going to have a heart attack watching this team.
Well, I think it's more that you don't particularly have the goalkeeper to do that, or
Correct.
the centre back.
Or the centre backs, yeah.
So I think
yes. That's maybe Fofana, that's about it.
Your fullbacks are capable.
Yeah, Reece James and Cucurella.
I think they're very appropriate to play that style of football.
Yep.
I just don't think your centre backs are, and they're pretty much your main three, your keeper and your 2 centre backs. They need to.
Yeah, they're in the centre of the pitch. That's where all the danger is.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you've got written there, Janssen misses a massive one.
Hits
hit
the post.
Yeah. But then Garnacho misses a huge one.
That was massive.
Bro,
miss.
I don't know. I was watching
the back of his 2 goals in the AFL.
Yeah.
Right? To miss this one, I was like, damn, Neto's cross was beautiful.
Bro, Neto had a mad game. He was so dangerous in that. The only thing is, like, his numbers aren't showing, like, assists and goals, but he is producing a lot of dangerous plays.
Yeah.
And that was one right there. Then you got, Sanchez did save a Shada 1-on-1. So, yes, Sanchez, man of the match, 9 out of 10. Then, we get the penalty. Delap chases after. I don't blame Kelleher. I blame Collins. It's a dog shit ball.
It was a stupid pass, unnecessary, right?
Yeah.
You didn't even make the pass. I think Kelleher wasn't expecting to receive the ball.
Possibly, yeah.
He's now miscontrolled the ball.
And then Delap gets fouled.
Delap gets fouled.
And then, I was worried because Kelleher has a good record in penalties.
Yeah, but
Palmer has a better record.
Right? And I'm like, all right, Kelleher maybe saves this, maybe not, but I think obviously didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't make the save on this
Palmer got
occasion.
it. And look, after that was pretty much it. It was the deed was done. So look, we got the 3 points. We needed the 3 points. Look, at the moment, I'm still trying to work out if Rosenier is going to work out for us. I don't know if we need better players to try to make it work, but you've already got so many players, so they need to adjust to his system.
I don't know. I think we need to normalise calling him Jay from the In-Betweeners.
He's not Jay from In-Betweeners. Wait, is it Jay?
Yeah,
it's Jay, right?
Yeah, the one that always talks heaps of shit. After his interview, he's like,
I was fucking one up here, I was fingering one here, I was toe fucking another one here. Well, I was Lego building over here.
Yeah. So, he always keeps talking about how he managed the school team at 11.
Yeah, good for him. But look, we got the win. That's the main thing.
Well, look, we didn't.
Yeah, so look, we both picked Livo in your game.
Which made a lot of sense.
Yeah,
we
Livo
should have wiped the floor with Burnley.
Yes.
I think, look, Wirtz had an outstanding performance once again. He was, setting up goals. He was in there. He got the opening goal, which is a pretty good just a rocket into the top corner. And bro, we were dominating Burnley. They didn't create a chance. We were smashing them with opportunities, and we just didn't put it away.
I'm looking at your stats, right? So you had 73% possession. You had 32 shots, 11 on target.
Yeah.
32 shots. So you're having a shot every 3 minutes.
Yes, we were killing them.
Yeah.
It was not a chance of it wasn't that, hey, they got on top of us at any point. It was a 10-minute period in the second half where we allowed them to attack us.
To play a bit of football,
yeah. They played a bit of football, and you could feel it. Watching the game, I'm sitting there, mind you, this is 3 a.m. that I'm watching it, and I'm like half asleep.
Yep.
And he gets rolled in, and he finishes the goal. It was a good finish.
Yeah, it was a good finish.
It was a good finish.
Now at the time, I didn't think this was going to be a big problem for you guys, but Soboslai missed a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
he blasted it straight, and the worst thing is that obviously all the clips come out where Neymar goes up to Sobosai like, "Oh, you're going to score this?" And his comment is, "I never miss."
Neymar.
Was it? No, it's an old game in the Champions League.
Oh, right. I thought you were talking about this.
No.
Like
It's an old
Neymar.
game in the Champions League where he was playing when he was at Salzburg or something.
Right, okay.
And he comes up to him and saying, "Oh, you gonna score this?" He goes, "I never miss." And then he scores the penalty. He now misses.
Now he's missed, yeah.
And it's the story of our season, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's the story of our season where we are losing games where it doesn't look like we're going to lose the game. There is no reason that we should lose the game. Our problem is putting the ball in the net.
Yeah.
And everyone assumed our problem was going to be defence, which it is.
Yeah.
But the bigger problem is that we have these opportunities to take the game 2-3. We don't have the attitude to just destroy teams.
Well, I'm looking at your last 4 results, right, in the Premier League. You've got 4 draws, right? One of them was Leeds at home. Then you had Fulham away, which you probably should have won that one. Arsenal away, which we said was a good point to get. Then you got Burnley at home. Those home games, last year you were winning them.
Yes.
This
correct.
year you're struggling. Even the last game you won at home was against Wolves. You probably shouldn't have won that. Wolves pushed you guys.
Wolves pushed out. We definitely should have won. We were the better team on the park.
But I think allowing Wolves to still press you guys, because they had a couple good chances in that game.
Yeah, so did we that we didn't score. But I'm just like, it's not you're just comparing it going, oh, you should have dominated Wolves more.
Well,
that's fine. Arsenal should have too.
Yeah.
Like this, it doesn't make the game any easier with the amount we have to play. But the problem is that in this game, we should have put away 2-3 goals the first half.
Yeah.
That's the reality of the thing. Like, this game should have been open shut in the first half.
Yeah.
But we didn't do that. Yeah. And I sit there and I go, well, it's in this game, it wasn't our defense that was the problem. It's how we're setting up and how we're trying to deliver the balls into the box. Like, it's not either the strikers aren't there to finish it off. We're taking shots from outside the box too much. We're not. You
do like to take shots, especially like a Soboslai, McAllister. Like, they can shoot. But
I don't mind that
every now and then, though, right?
Yeah,
not all.
But
the time.
I don't want 6 attempts a game. You know, I do want, like, Man City. They're able to break down those low blocks because they've got players running off them.
Yeah.
But we don't do that. I can see Wirtz is slipping balls in for players to do it, and they're not on the end of it.
Now, this is my question to you. Salah's back from Afcon. Salah come straight back in, or do you keep him on the bench, keep Wirtz out there?
Wirtz doesn't play on the right.
Well, he played on the right this week.
No, he didn't. Frimpong did.
On the right?
Yeah, okay, he didn't play there.
Oh, okay. Well, where did he play then?
Wirtz was playing through the middle. Curtis Jones was in there. Soboslai was down there for portions. Frimpong came up onto the right.
So it's got him there starting on the right. So I assumed he would just be playing on the right.
Yeah, it's inaccurate.
Okay.
Because the goal he scored, he was here.
So I'm assuming then he'll drop back into 10 and then Salah will come in.
Well, ideally, that's his better position. In the 10, behind Ekatike, Dominic Soboslai can go out to the right and he can interchange with Frimpong, but this is the problem with what you do with the midfield because you're going to push Frimpong at right back. Salah goes in there and it's like, well, you'll take Curtis Jones out and then you'll have to have either Maka or Soboslai in with Gravenberch there and then work a different one. This is why I want us to play a 4-4-2 diamond. Right? I want Salah up front with Ekatike.
I was thinking about putting Wirtz in my team, but I do want to see how he plays now that Salah's back.
Well, the problem was Salah not passing him the ball.
Yeah.
That was the problem. Wirtz giving the ball out to him and it just him not bringing the ball back inside.
I wonder if that'll change when he comes back or not. We'll see. We'll just have to see.
I don't know.
Next game.
Yeah, we had Tottenham and West Ham.
Bro, who the fuck would have picked this game?
No one. Well, I hope you didn't because then I'll start questioning whether there's some kind of shenanigans going on.
No, look, we both had Spurs in that one. Somehow.
But to be fair, these are the two worst formed teams.
Two out of form teams?
Yeah, the worst. Yeah. Both of them have the worst form in the EPL for where they should be.
West Ham hadn't won in 10 games. And they go to Tottenham Stadium and they win 2-1. They score first, huge deflection, disgusting. Tottenham come back.
That was Somerville's first goal in the EPL too.
Oh, was it?
For this season.
Oh, okay.
I think he had scored for like 3 years or some bullshit in the EPL.
That's crazy for a midfielder.
Yeah.
And like you said last week, the only ones scoring for Tottenham are the defenders.
Yeah.
Who assisted? Pedro Porro. Who scored? Romero. Defender on defender. I want to put a Tottenham defender in for their scoring, but they're not keeping clean sheets. I can't trust
Well, if you're relying on defenders to score, you're really taking a stab in the dark. Because one week you're like, I got 22 points out of this guy. And then the next week it's like, I got -1. I'm like, fuck, man.
I can't rely on that shit.
No, you can't. It's Van de Ven and Romero if you're assisting and scoring. It's fucking retarded.
Yeah. And then 91st minute, I think it was, Wilson, Callum Wilson scores off a corner. Now, I don't know if you've seen Expression's video. Bro, I am with him again.
Dude, Thomas Frank needs to get sacked.
He needs to go. Now, I was looking at that and I was saying, he's got to go. It's got to be something that's keeping him there. We'll talk about it next week, but it's the Champions League. They're currently 4th in the Champions League, okay? Which I don't know how, but they are, okay? Now, is that the reason why they're keeping him? Is it maybe money thing? I don't know. But if you're going off EPL results, bro, disgusting.
Dude, he had an Arsenal Cup.
The Arsenal Cup.
And he was drinking from it. It's retarded.
Drinking with a fat smile on his face.
Yeah. Yeah, can't wait to lose this game. Yeah. Fuck with.
But yeah, look, West Ham win 2-1. Definitely didn't pick that one. Would not have picked that in my lifetime.
No, not at all. Then we had the Leeds-Fulham game.
Let's make this one nice and quick. I'm burning because I had a draw in that one and it was 0-0 for fucking 91 minutes. You had Fulham in that one.
Fulham's they're probably the most informed mid-table team.
Yeah, for sure. League. Oh, you know what? Leeds as well, though. Leeds have been playing some good football.
I agree. Well, I mean, they drew with us.
Yeah.
I've seen it live.
They beat us.
Yeah.
But who got the goal?
Oh, look, man, I didn't even watch this game, to be fair.
No,
I was so burning I was on 0.
Nemeka?
Oh, okay. He's one of their younger players, I believe.
Yeah, Nemeka came off the bench. You were totally wrong. He's 27.
Yeah, all right. He's old as shit.
But yeah, look, we both got that one wrong.
Yeah, well, then to be fair, everything after this game got super boring.
Bro, okay, let's just quickly run through the results. But the Forest-Arsenal game, I did want to pick a draw in that. And I just thought, there's no way that Forest could do anything.
No, listen,
to be fair,
I literally subbed Raya in this week because I thought, damn, I've got Pickford and I've got Pickford and I've got Dubravka.
Oh, right.
So I'm like, I'll take Dubravka out because we're versing Burnley. Surely we score more than, a goal against Burnley.
Which you did. You did score a goal against Burnley.
No, surely we score more than
a goal.
Which we did not. No. So I put Raya in. Look, to be fair, it was a good decision over Dubravka. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, when we get to Everton, we'll understand. But this Forest Arsenal game, I have 2 points here.
Go.
One, boring. It was a boring fucking game, dude. It was like terrible misses, like 2 to 3 of those, and then just no chances.
Martinelli's miss was terrible.
Diabolical.
Yeah,
diabolical, dude.
Terrible.
You can't be sitting there going, oh, we're the team that's going to win this league. And you can't score a goal.
Yeah.
Like, I could appreciate if, Forest pulled something out of their ass. They didn't. Now, there is some controversy around a penalty shout for Arsenal. Yep. To be fair, I agree. I think it should have been a penalty.
Yep. Yeah, look, it's 50-50. I'm kind of glad they didn't give the penalty because it would have been, in my opinion, a weak penalty.
It's a weak penalty, but he does handball it. He is in the box.
Because it bounces off the ground and hits him here, right?
Kind of. He's got his arm in, but he forces the ball in play with his arm.
Right, okay.
So, like, if he'd hit him and went out for a corner, I would have just accepted that they got a corner from it. They probably prefer the corner, to be fair. I would have just accepted that, but I can understand why they're fuming about it to not get a penalty. Like, you know what I mean?
But look, they've had things go their way. The Everton game, perfect example.
Look, 100%.
Right, so sometimes it goes their way, sometimes it doesn't.
Good old Arsenal.
Yeah. The next game, Wolves-Newcastle. Now, can I just say how proud I am of this tip? I picked the draw.
That's a great tip.
I don't know why. I just thought draw, Newcastle away. Wolves are playing well. I thought draw, and it ended up being another boring game.
Yeah, I literally have 1 point here. It just says boring.
Yeah, there was not much else to talk about.
It's a game with no chances. Like, Walter Maid headed the ball over the post. Oh, no.
Look, Wolves had 6 shots, 2 on target. Newcastle had 12 shots, 2 on target. Next game. Next game.
We had Villa Everton. This was a fucking shock. Dude.
So we both picked Villa in this one. And for Villa to get kept to 0 at home to Everton,
especially with the run they've been on. But dude, you know what? This is what they did last season too.
They did, yes.
Right? They go on this big run of form for like 10 games and everyone goes, dude, Villa has a fucking shot in the Champions League.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they come up against a team like this, Everton. And to be fair, Everton have been playing half decent.
Everton
They're not an
are-
easy team to beat.
They're a gritty team.
Yeah.
They're gritty. You got to try to break them down real
Be
hard.
gritty. Be gritty.
Fuck that guy. Hashtag fag. Yeah, look, I was definitely not expecting this result. And just like looking at the stats in this one, Villa, 18 shots, 5 on target. Everton, 9 shots, 3 on target. They had one big chance, which is obviously the goal. Finishes 1-0. Barry gets a goal. And Everton keep a clean sheet at Villa Park.
Kept Pickford on my bench, gets 10 points.
Yes, insane.
Motherfucker.
Last game, Brighton-Bournemouth. We both had Brighton in this one, considering Bournemouth haven't been too good away. And Brighton have been pretty good.
Semenyo.
Yeah, and Brighton have been good at home. We thought that was probably the way to go. Look, I did watch this one. Bournemouth get a penalty. There was a counter-attack, and Tavernier gets taken down. Or did he score the pen?
He scored the pen.
Yeah, someone else got taken down.
Could have been Krupi.
No, it wasn't Krupi. He's in my fucking team.
Oh.
Yeah, he definitely didn't get more than 1 point. I'll have a look to see. Oh, it doesn't matter. Someone gets taken down the box in the first half, and Tavernier gets the goal. And then, look, from there, Brighton...
Can I just say I had Tavernier on my bench too?
Oh, well, we'll get into that.
8 points.
Fantasy's coming up next.
Fuck you. It's a terrible week. I hate this.
Brighton push. 91st minute, my goal of the week. This is a kick.
No, I've got to give it to you. It is goal of the week.
This is goal of the week, bro. This is a kick that I think he's a Kostoulis.
Didn't they just sign him?
18-year-old, first game I think it was for Brighton from Greece.
Yeah.
So Greeks, you're looking up.
Hello there.
Hello there. He gets an overhead scissor kick and bangs it in.
You not only complete your multi with it.
Oh, dude, I love, because I had a multi. It was a couple of Italian games, and there was a Spanish game, and the only game was the Premier League game was this one. I had both teams to score. The last leg I needed was Brighton to score a damn goal. Stressing out, and to win it with a scissor kick was good. I actually ran at work to show the guy.
I ran,
yeah. I was like, oh, look at this goal. I also won $450.
Yeah. Look how awesome I am. Oh, dude, you can shout lunch. Where'd you go? Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's played. So they didn't just sign him. He's played 16 games. He scored 2 goals, 1 assist. But he did come. Guess where he came from? Who guess?
Panathinaikos?
The other one.
Olympiacos.
There it is.
There's only 2. Oh, no, Pauk's okay.
Yeah, Pauk. Yeah, no, Paok. So look, I'm now 6 points ahead in tipping. Let's just see how we're just gonna keep it going, man.
Listen, bitch.
Jesus.
All right, this is a terrible week for me. I'm really fucking upset, man.
Well, you're about to get more upset because now we're gonna jump into fantasy.
Well, I jumped you in fantasies. Fuck you.
You equalised with me in fantasy.
I believe it says I'm 7th.
Shut up.
So yeah, look, obviously, there's been a big table shift. When it comes to our fantasy. We'll bring up the table quickly before we jump into everything here. Let's just zoom it in a bit. Oops. Oop, that's too much.
That looks good.
There we go. So we've still got Stammer out in front. If anyone can catch him, I don't know. He's
ahead by about fucking nearly 90 points. 86 points.
86 points
84, sorry.
We've got Duckman Ewan, who, to be fair, has been rising with good week-on-week points.
Yeah.
He's been coming through. Same as my brother, the little shit, coming in at 3rd now. We were at a point, he was behind me. He's just jumped me. He's been doing pretty well. Cameron has dropped off considerably.
Well, look, to be fair, he had a bad week, and like the other 2 guys had great weeks, so he's dropped down a bit, but he's still very close to 2nd.
Akash, who was very confident of being within 20 points of Stammer at a stage.
Well, he's 90 points behind him. We still got 18 weeks to go.
Very doable.
Yep.
He done me. I was 110 points ahead. Same time, last year he was able to do me, which was annoying. Chalati, he's been he fluctuates quite well.
Yeah.
But let's just jump into my team.
Let's do it.
Let's just go and look at this so we can decide how much you'd be pissed off too.
Oh, bro.
So
I would not be happy.
I used 3 transfers. I brought Raya in.
Good move.
I also took, who else did I bring in? I brought Raya in, I brought Wilson in, and I brought Semenyo in.
Yep.
Well, Semenyo didn't work out too well.
Yep.
Wilson didn't work out too well.
Yep.
Raya was okay, better than what Dubravka would have scored. Until you look at my fucking bench. Okay? We've got Pickford, 10. My bench from these 4 players almost scored more than my entire 11.
Yeah.
I got 32 points on my bench. I got 38 points in total. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, it's those. Look, if you're just looking at your team, you scored all your points from 3 players. It was all defense this week.
Yeah.
Now, I know we've been saying pretty much through the whole season that defense aren't going to win you shit because no one's keeping clean sheets. This week just totally
Well, it's the defensive contributions, right? The defensive contributions is what gets it for you.
Yeah.
Like, I did my calculation. If I did my perfect and had my best team out, to be fair, this was a bench boost week. If I'd used my bench boost this week...
Oh, dude, you use bench boost, forget about it.
I would have been flying.
Yeah, forget about it.
I would have been flying. Would have got like over 60. What would I got? Would have got...
38 plus 32?
70 points.
70 points.
I would have got 70 points this week.
You would have beat our top point scorer, who I think we need to shout out.
We've got to give a shout out to the young kid. He's 8 years old, Mr. Carter Highland.
I just want everybody to know that we all got shown up by an 8-year-old.
I also want everyone to know that he's beating several people and has not changed his team since the first week. Also, that he's pretty close to jumping Nick Housius, who for a stage was taking this seriously and was messaging me.
That died out pretty damn quick.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There were some big scores. Gucci had a good score.
Again, doesn't change his team.
Doesn't change his team. Goran, shout out, had got a 51. Not a bad score considering the average was 40. And then the 2 blokes up top, Duckman Ewan and your brother got 49. So there were some good scores, but yeah, is what it is.
It's what it is, man.
We've still got 16. We've still got 16 weeks to go. Still plenty of time. 16 weeks to go.
No one's used any of their chips yet.
Yes.
Well, from the I'm only really following the kind of top 8 to 10 at the moment, and none of them have used any of their chips. But do want to flag, obviously, we've got some information around double weeks and blank weeks now.
Yeah.
So we've got game week 26 being a double week.
What are we now? 22. So in 4 weeks' time.
So in 4 weeks' time, we have the first double week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one where if you either set your team up for bench boosts or triple captains, fantastic. Then we've got a blank week being game week 31.
Yes.
I think that's where you're either going to use your free hit or wild card.
Yes.
Because you want to try and remove some of those players that aren't going to play.
Yeah. So just so everybody knows, the double game week will come down to whoever makes the final of the Carabao Cup.
Well, if it's looking like Arsenal, Man City,
correct. Yeah.
They're big ones to lose.
Correct.
Right? Because most people are going to have stacked players with Arsenal and Man City.
You're pretty much going to have minimum 3 players out. I'm going to have 4.
I'm going to have 4.
5. I'm going to have 5.
I'm going to have 5 too, yeah.
I've got Timber, Raya, and then I've got Semenyo,
but you are looking,
and
we've got a few weeks.
We've still got 4 weeks to kind of change that, but yeah, that's what it's looking like at the moment.
Then it's looking like we've got a double round. We have a double game week in 33.
Yep.
Another blank game week in 34 for the FA Cup semi-finals.
Now we're only up to round 3 or 4, so we've still got a long way to go before that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But then you're going to have another double game week in 36. So you've got 3 double game weeks in which you choose to either use your bench boost, triple captain. They're the most effective across those game weeks. And then the second last week will be the second last week of the season, being game week 37, we'll have a blank week as well. So teams will miss out whoever makes the FA Cup final.
Yep.
That's yet to be seen. It could be 2 teams that aren't even in the Premier League, and then it means nothing to us.
Yeah, exactly. It could
but
be,
that's when it's looking like. So as it unfolds, we can kind of see what teams that's going to affect.
Yep.
But I thought some interesting stats that have come out from the previous week. So Man U players have been the most transferred in. So you've got Dorgu, Fernandes, and Wembo being transferred in.
Well,
I think they were 3 of the top 5.
Well, Wembo scored, Dorgu scored, Fernandes got an assist.
Yeah.
And also Dorgu got it. Just so everybody knows, Dorgu is put as a defender.
So
So he got a clean sheet and a goal, even though he played as a
going to bring
left
in
winger.
a Man U player, I think Dorgu or Mbembo are the 2 better to bring in. But that being said, they do have Arsenal this week.
Yes, so tough game at Villa. Sorry, not Villa. At the Emirates as well.
Yep.
So tough game.
But then I will notice that...
But they are playing well. That game against here they played very well. So going to be very interesting.
100%. If they can pull that performance against Arsenal, I think they'll struggle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're harder to score against than what, Man City are. I don't think they're going to get as lenient balls over the top that they'll be able to chase. But that being said, I think that they still have the ability if they play in that same manner. I will note that City players have been the most transferred out, which I think is a bit silly given that they've got Wolves this week.
I think it's a knee-jerk reaction because of how bad. Now, I'm really considering sacking Haaland. He has not played well for about a month.
You'll have a lot of money to distribute.
I'll have 14 and a half, 15 mil nearly to distribute amongst other strikers. But look, at the moment, he's not even getting shots on target. He's not even shooting. He doesn't look interested at the moment.
Well, yeah, I think, without Cherky putting it on a plate for him, it's not happening. I think Cherky getting taken out is interesting. I will note Semenyo is still one of the most popular players brought in.
Well, in that game against Man U, he was the most dangerous.
Semenyo
was the most dangerous. They had to double team him every time he got the ball. He got a couple half chances.
Well, it's lucky the other players were so shit they could double team him.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
The other one that I think look for is Wirtz. Obviously, the Liverpool team are probably not hitting the form we should, but Wirtz himself has been man of the match in 4 of the last 5 matches.
Yeah. And I think that coincides with no Salah there.
Potentially. Well, we're going to have to see when Salah comes back.
Because like I was saying before,
there was games in which Salah didn't play and Wirtz wasn't performing at that same capacity. I just think he's gotten used to the speed. Also, factors come out, he's put on something like 4 kilos since coming to the league, since he started. So I think he's starting to realise physicality is going to be a problem.
Physical, yeah.
He's starting to try and bulk himself up for it. So, look, I think there's probably the 2 games to watch this week is Man City versus Wolves.
Sorry, before we move that, I just want to go back to your team, right? So I just want to talk about your run. Now, whether this will change your mind or not, but you got Bournemouth away this week. Then you got Newcastle at home the week after.
I think it's a good time versus Newcastle.
In between a Champions League game, because Newcastle will be in the AFL Cup as well. Then you got City at home, which, again, not a bad time to play them, but if Mark Gee comes into that team and shores up that back line, will be tough. Then you've got Sunderland away. Not an easy game.
It's a hard game.
Then you got Forest away. That's your next 5 EPL games. And in between there, you got a Champions League game and an FA Cup game against Brighton.
It's not as diabolical as you make it sound, I don't think.
It's not.
Because I'm versing 2 teams that are out of form. Yep. Forest, again, I'd say that they're out of form as well.
But with your attack and their defense, it might be it'll be a slog, to try to get that win. It'll be a tough
Burnley's
game.
been a slog for us, so I don't see any difference to it.
Fair enough.
We don't know what team's going to play, what you're going to get. You could get the best Liverpool team ever, or you could get a piece of trash that draws 1-1 with Burnley. I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah.
So just saying, Wirtz could be someone to bring into your team because obviously his value's been dropping this season.
Yeah. I think it's going to start going up though. With his previous performances,
people will start bringing him in.
Like we said, I want to wait to see how he plays now that Salah's back.
Yeah,
not him. Sorry, like the team. How the team's going to play.
The other one is with Haaland. If you're proposing to take Haaland out, maybe you can put Salah in. If he comes back and it is Salah that played in the African Cup of Nations, scored a few goals, winning goals too for Egypt, right? And if he can go and emulate 50% of what he did at the end of last season, this season with the rest of this season, you're looking at a player that'll get you a goal and assist fundamentally every game.
That's what you'd be hoping for.
Well, that's what everyone was hoping for at the start of the season, and then 5 rounds in, they'll get rid of him, get him out.
Not me. I never had him.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's watch until next week. Let's hope the Liverpool wins.
Look, Arsenal, Man U.
I think that's the game to watch this round.
2 weeks ago, you would have thought, not even going to bother with that. Now, very, very interesting game.
That's what I'm saying. I almost want the guy to cut his hair.
Yeah, you feel sorry for the guy. It's been 18 months since he's cut his hair. I couldn't do that, bro. 4 weeks and I'm going to cut this bitch.
4 weeks. I'm a 2-week man.
Yeah, you're a 2-week man. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
Busy man. You got plenty of time. Working from home, bitch.
Fuck you. All right. Till next week, guys. Peace out.